The following program is rated D for dumb.
Baby left me, my best friend's not at home. Can't get that woman off my mind. I've never been the brooding kind, but there's still one thing makes me come alive. Yeah, I'm gone for a drive.
The following podcast is rated D for dumb. You're listening to Dumbing It Down with Dave, the fastest podcast on earth. Listen to Dave commute to and from work on the New York State Thruway in his 2008 Kia Rio LX. He talks about pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. Join Dave as he asks and tells you how life ought to be. And now, here's Dave.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Dave Canyon. Are you ready to dumb it down? Well, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. Sounds great for Sunday morning, November 17th, 11:15 a.m. I'm on my way home. A little bit later than I like, but of course, on a typical Sunday, I stayed to the end. I got everything done that needed to be done to help the guys out Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, get going down into the traffic of New York City, New Jersey, Long Island. Everybody has a trailer waiting for them, and they're halfway there, to putting their sets together. Everybody else that worked last night, except for one guy who took care of himself, everybody else went home. Whatever. It's not about bragging. It's not about that. It's just about stating the fact. Somehow, over the last 6 years, when I've worked Saturday night, 99% of the time, I have hours to get things done. I have time to make things happen. I have the energy, which I don't. I have the energy to take care of things. I can't go home. Yes, I know. I get paid a lot of money for this. I know. I know I don't do this for free. I know that. And in fact, it's all time and a half. I know all that. I'm not bragging. I'm just stating it as a fact. Okay? I have somehow found a way, 99% of the time, to stay and get things done. So every time, and this is not just here at the job and or in trucking. This is why I've gotten rid of my depleters, and this is why I'm committed to going solo for the rest of my life. Because I just have an energy. I have a determination. I have, whatever. Eye of the tiger. Whatever cliche you want to, And it's not even like I enjoy doing this, this particular job and staying after. Of course, if it wasn't for the money, no, I would have went home. But that's also not 100% necessarily true. Because I do a lot of things for people, not for money. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but some of you know. Some of you have been recipients of my kindness, of my generosity. Not bragging. I'm not. I'm just, again, talking about human behavior in a way that, that I can, in the simplest way I can. Otherwise, if I was bragging, I would have a different tone, and I would be, I would be whatever, boasting. But Dave, it sounds like you're doing that anyway. No, I'm just stating as a fact. Somehow, in the over 6 years I've been here, when I've worked on Saturday nights, 99% of the time, I found a way. I found a way to make it happen. I found a way to get it done. And when I used to have my buddies, Kyle, and another buddy of mine, whose name I'm not allowed to mention, because he'll send the marshals after me, and I suspect he's in the witness protection program, but it doesn't matter. We got it done. And by the way, I got it done at other jobs too. And when I work with other people that get it done, as well. It's so rewarding. When I was at another trucking company called Conway, XPO, same thing, but not for time and a half. It was always straight time. I've had other jobs. I do things at home. I do things at other people's businesses, whatever. It's just pointing it out because maybe I'll inspire somebody. Not just the guys at my job. I mean, last week I think it was, they were great. I came back, boom. I moved one trailer for somebody. There was nothing else for me to do. And I made a lot less money that particular week, that particular day. I was fine with it. It was nice. It's like, oh, look, I don't have to stay an extra 2 or 3 hours. I don't have to run back and forth like a lunatic. And by the way, I don't have to do it at all. I could just go home. I could just go home like everybody else. And I think about 5 drivers would have a lot to do today. They'd be stuck in traffic. They'd be working. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, I took care of 5 guys. 5 guys. All right, listen. You know, if 2 other guys, or the 3 other guys that I know were here, I don't know how many other guys were here last night, but if the 3 other guys all grabbed one trailer, I would have been out of here 2.5, 3 hours ago. This is the way it is. And I know, of course, one of them is listening or whatever, and I'm not saying things to hurt people's feelings. I'm not saying anything to say anything. It's just pointing out, as a matter of fact, this is the way it is on Sunday mornings. And I'm dealing with it. You don't hear me angry, right? I'm not angry like, oh, come on, man. It is what it is. And I have to point it out because this is Dumbing It Down with Dave. It's something that happened in my life just minutes ago. I'm going to talk about something else that happened to me at Walmart. Not happened to me, but something different at Walmart that I want to share with you. I don't know if you guys know about it. So anyway, that's it. That's my Sunday morning. I would like it to change, but at the same time, I don't think it is, and I have to be okay with it. And I just cannot wait. I know I want to say one more thing. I cannot wait until I'm retired. I cannot wait till I transition into life, because I know that I will be a tour de force, whatever that means. I will be a powerhouse. I will be working hard for me all the time, and there will be nobody else involved. I like working with Linda. She helps, as long as she's doing whatever she's doing. If I can go to her and she enjoys doing what she likes to do, the audio stuff, that's great. She's not moving to Saugerties, New York, and I'm not going to McCall, Idaho. At least that's not in the plans. And I'm not going to move to Nowheresville and all that. And the radio station that she worked at is burnt down. The AIS radio station is gone. So where am I going to go? But I'm going solo. I mean, by some miracle, I meet somebody comes into my life, and they prove to be hardworking, worthwhile, dependent, reliable, full of integrity, creative, organized. Yes, I have Pauline in the Philippines. That's a different arrangement. I'm talking about somebody here in the United States, somebody I meet at Podcast Movement. Maybe it's Hal in Philly, who did the song Going for a Drive that you heard. So I just gave credit to Linda, Awesome Insanity Surfers, for the AI voice. You're going to hear probably another one here later in the show, maybe. You heard Going for a Drive from Hal in Philly, who also does Tales of the Road Warriors podcast and Easy When You Know Hal. And you also heard Alex Exum at the top of the show. ALEXEXUM, AlexExum.com. And he's got a show on Tuesdays called Live Talk at 10 o'clock. There you go. Everybody's been thanked early on in the show. Well, 9.5 minutes into the show. Why did I spend 9.5 minutes talking about it? You know why? Because it's a thing. And I just find it interesting. And this is why I got rid of my depleters. Because they're not reliable, or they're selfish, or whatever they are. And I just really made a decision that I can't have this in my life. I can't have it. I don't want it. Can you hear that screeching, by the way? I don't know if you can hear it. There's a Winnebago in front of me, a Fleetwood Winnebago. and they got this mud flap in the back, and the bottom of the mud flap is metal. It's scraping the ground like crazy. It's not sparking, not during the day, but I don't know if you can hear that. Sometimes I'm amazed what you guys can hear and what you can't hear. All right, so that's that. That's 1/3 of the show. Definitely not the show I originally wanted to do.
Dave, dear, this is Emma. This is not the show you wanted to do.
I know, but what am I going to do, Emma? You know, I feel it in me. I can't suppress it. Dumbing It Down with Dave cannot be a show where I suppress things. What do I got to lose? What, do you think people are going to jump me now? They're going to be angry? They're going to call me and threaten me? What's going to happen? I spoke my piece. That's all. If the people I'm talking about are listening to the show, they'll listen to the show. They go, yeah, you know, Dave was right. Today, we didn't come through. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not an anger thing. It's a pointing out, matter-of-factly talking about human behavior. Something that I have to do for myself. Moving forward, I've made this decision. I said to my therapist, how many years ago, I said to Linda, a different Linda, I said, Linda, she goes, why are you here in therapy? I said, because I don't want to grow up to be an angry old man who does everything alone. Because he can't trust anybody, because I can't develop any relationships, so on and so forth. And here I am, I can't remember how many years I've seen her now. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 7 years. I have no idea. I really have no idea how long I've been seeing her. But within the last year, I decided. When I decided to get rid of my depleters, yeah, guess what? I am going to grow up alone. I'll be married, but I'm going solo. Will I be angry in solo? I don't think so. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to fill my life with as much joy as possible. I do have a plan. I have a 4-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 6-year plan to make things happen in my life. Dumbing It Down with Dave. Why am I talking about this and dumbing it down with Dave? Because it's part of my pragmatism. It's part of my truth. It's part of my happiness, and it's part of me searching for it all. And I don't really talk about these things, I think, as much as I should. Maybe. I don't know. Somebody out there is listening and not commenting in the comment section. Somebody is not tweeting. Somebody is out there just spectating, just being an audio spectator. And maybe they're getting something from this. Or maybe somewhere in the next 1 to a million years, somebody will hear this and go, wow, this guy, whatever. This guy was ahead of his time. Or this guy, took a while, took 56 years, but he figured it out. This whole camaraderie thing, this whole reliant on people thing, the trust thing, all of that. It's great if you can get it. If you can't get it, and the signs keep on coming back, over and over and over again. Can't rely on these people. Anybody. They will eventually disappoint you. But instead of being disappointed and getting angry about it, I'm just going to move forward. David, it's 13 minutes of moving forward. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. But I wanted to share that with you. I do. I want to share this with my audience. I don't know who everybody is. I only know the people who I see in the Spreaker box. If you'd like to make yourself known, or whatever, make yourself visible, you can do it here in the Spreaker box. If you don't know what that is, I host a show on Spreaker, Spreaker.com. And there's a space here for you to comment. I think it's the best podcast platform out there. But you might be listening to me on Stitcher, or one of many different, Apple podcasts. There's so many that I'm on now. Not Podcoin, they're out of business. Himalaya, I'm on. I'm on all of these. But most of these, if not all of them, do not have a place for you to comment. But Dave, I don't want people to see me. I'd rather not. Okay. Tweet me. Tweet me at Dumb with Dave. DUMB with Dave. Email me at dumbingitdownwithdave@yahoo.com. And let me know. If you said, Dave, please don't mention my name. Or just make up a name. Imelda. Hi, this is Imelda. You could be Bob. Call yourself Imelda. So Dave, I'm listening to your show, and you know what? You are turning me on. You are turning me on to going solo, into transitioning into life, into being self-resilient, whatever the word is, not self-grandizing, self-reliant. I knew there was a word I wanted, a 2-word word. Okay. So, yeah, because it would be great to hear from you. If you say, please don't mention my name, or make up a name, I won't. I won't mention your name. I won't. But please don't read this on the air. I won't. I just wanted to send you a personal letter. It's okay. And you know what? Maybe what I'll do is I'll take that personal letter, that email, and then I'll delete it afterwards. Maybe I'll respond and go, all right, listen, I don't even have the potential that I forget that this is a confidential letter. Or you could put that in the subject. Confidential letter. Anonymous. As long as you're not being vile, if you're being vile, I would not read an anonymous vile comment on the show. But if you just want to share with me your innermost thoughts and feelings, I'm here for you. You want to talk about what's going on in your life? We can do that. Okay. Whew, wow. That was unexpected. Absolutely.
Dave,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt.
Oh, hello.
This is Hazel.
Yes, Hazel, I remember you. How are you? What's going on?
I think you should take a drink break.
Okay, I will. I'm doing it right now. I'm taking my unsweetened green tea.
Feeling better now.
I didn't drink it yet. I was too busy telling you what I was doing. But okay, let me see. Everybody take a drink break if you want. I really can't. All right, green tea. I'm getting used to it actually, and now I see how my wife does it. You just keep on drinking it, and eventually your mouth goes, "Yeah, that's delicious," but it's not. I remember when I first had this unflavored, unsweetened green tea. It wasn't delicious. Now I'm like craving it. It's like, oh man, I gotta have some unsweetened green tea. My wife has it like every day, but you gotta brush your teeth, otherwise your teeth turn green. Thank you, Hazel. Appreciate the reminder. Thank you, Linda, for the AI voices. And by the way, Linda, I don't want you to think I scolded you in the previous episode where you didn't realize that I had thanked you at the 8:50 mark. I was just saying. Because I was talking about something. I went, Linda! But I was just being funny. Maybe it didn't come across like that. Sometimes I don't come across as funny. Maybe that's why I don't have any friends. Okay, let's move on. Walmart. Again, part 2 of the show I didn't want to do. So I guess I'm ripe for 174 now. I hope you enjoyed bonus 172. I enjoyed bonus 172. I enjoyed 171 going to Taco Bell and filing Chapter 11. I did enjoy that. I don't care what anybody says. I think that was a good episode. Hal and Philly thought it was hilarious. And there are some funny parts to it. I thought it was a very typical Dumbing It Down with Dave show. It had its things. So I just came from Walmart, and they made a change to the refrigerated section. I don't know if the rest of the country's already been done it, and we're one of the last ones, but this is something that I've thought about for years, and I always wondered how in the world they do this, and yet they just recently changed. Everything refrigerated now is now closed. In other words, covered. Everything refrigerated now has a door, a glass door, a plastic door, something. So all the refrigeration stays within the unit, the product. For years, you go to Walmart and everything's open. You know, the cold cuts, the chicken, all the prepackaged frozen stuff. It's just open. No door. Give me the milk had door. Certain things did have doors. But the rest of it was wide open. They're just refrigerating the entire building. If it's a hot day, you go in there to Walmart, go over to the refrigerated section and just kind of hang out. Make believe you're going to buy some turkey or some cold cuts or something. Just go shopping the refrigerated section. You feel great. Try not to sweat on anything. Don't be gross. It's hard to believe they never had a sneeze guard or anything like that. But anyway, so just now I went in there and everything's covered. That's brilliant. I wonder how much they're going to save. I know they're not going to pass it on to us, the consumer, but I wonder how much money they're going to save. It's a practical, pragmatic idea. Why haven't they done this a long time ago? Ice cream, you got to cover that up, right? They cover that up, but the refrigerated, now they're covering that up. Anyway, I give credit to Walmart for finally coming around. I don't know about all the other stores, Hannaford, ShopRite, Food Lion, all the whatever. I don't know what's going on in McCall, Idaho, or New York City, or the rest of the world, Boston, or Philadelphia, but this is the first time I'm seeing it at a Walmart, and I think that's fantastic. All right, there you go. All right, 19 minutes, almost 20 minutes. Let's go to the comment. That's Walmart, and then that's it. I thanked everybody I was supposed to thank. Let's take a look and see what's going on at episode 1. It's a bonus show, 172. In this episode of bonus number 172, Dave reads and responds to listener comments from show 171. Take 5. That's the title, I guess. I didn't realize I called it that. 171, take 5, and he does it all in one take. Yes, episode 172 was done in all one take. Thank God. And I saved it right away. I do that now. Show's over, boom, I save it. I don't go listening to it. I eventually do listen to it, but I save it right away. Boom, saved it. It's in the phone. As long as the phone doesn't eat it up. All right, let's go to the comments. There were plenty of... How many were there for one? We did a lot. 11 comments. All right, only 11 comments for 172 bonus show. But there were like 28, I think, for 171. All right. I wrote the first comment. I recorded this episode in one take. I wonder if you can listen in on one take as well. Ooh. And then in capitals, I went crazy. Please, feel great about sharing this episode with your worlds. I appreciate getting this show to a new and wider audience. Thank you again. Yes, folks, because I got a whole bunch of retweets, like 3 or 4, and I was one of them. Dave's Fit Life was one of them. By the way, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, Dave's Fit Life. Thank you very much. But I'm definitely, I got to push a little bit to get a newer, wider audience. That's all. All right, that's it. Jeff Warner wrote, Dave, I am no expert in the entertainment world, but there is no need for me to go back and listen to that show. It was by far one of the worst. Well, there you go. There's a dissenting opinion. And it's brave of Jeff to do that. And I'm glad that he feels that way. And I'm glad he shared it with me. I disagree with him, but I appreciate him being brave and honest enough to say that. I do think if he went back, he'd go, you know what? That was a kind of a typical episode. Wasn't fantastic. It was different. And it was typical Dumbing It Down with Dave. You have to appreciate the variety I bring you. It was by far one of the worst. I do give you a lot of credit for what you do. I know I couldn't do it. I do recall you saying comment and share, but when someone does and they leave a negative comment, you seem to get offended. That wasn't my intention, but the bonus show was good. Keep it. Was good, keep it. I don't know if he meant to write keep it up, but he wrote keep it. I know sometimes with the fat fingers and all that. So he probably voice texted that, and I know it's a pain in the butt. No, I don't get offended. I don't think that's true. I think I'm a little concerned because I want everybody to like me. I like being liked. I want everybody to like the show. But I don't get offended, especially if people are upset or don't like or whatever, disagree for good reasons. Reasons of integrity. Reasons, reasons that make sense, of course, to me. I'm not offended. No, Jeff, it's okay that you didn't like the show. I'm happy that you took the time, because it's been a thing. I think it's been about 40 episodes that you haven't commented. So it's good to have Jeff aboard. And Jeff, once again, is responsible for so many people knowing about the show. I mean, it's unbelievable, because Facebook reached out to him. I didn't tell Facebook to do that. Facebook said, hey, Jeff, this guy Dave you work with? Hey, that's what Facebook sounds like in my world. Hey, Jeff, this guy Dave you work with? Hey, he's got a podcast. You might want to check it out. Tell everybody. He doesn't want you to, but do it anyway, because, we're Facebook. Everything is opposite world. All right. And then he writes, Jeff Warner wrote, wouldn't you want people like me to give you an honest opinion rather than lie to you? Yes, that's true, Jeff. Good. See, I am agreeing with you. Jeff, you are right. Patrick Mason wrote, Dave, when I comment one right after another, that's because I'm commenting as you are talking. Some of my comments are in response to something you have said. Everything is on a positive note. Yeah, Patrick has definitely been 99% positive, without a doubt. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate that. Yes, and I know you're doing that. Linda does that too. And I try to do that, but it's hard when you're driving, and I just don't do that. But I try. Patrick Mason writes, Dave, I want to address Jeff Warner's comments on show 171. When the company went Chapter 11, we both said to each other, we can't wait for Dave's show because he will get to the meat and potatoes of what happened. We call that the Howard Stern effect. Can't wait to hear what he says next. Jeff and I thought you gave the company a pass. Ooh. Maybe some of disappointment was us being jacked up, waiting for the show. Your search for the truth on show 171 missed the mark for us. Ow. Okay. That doesn't make it a bad show. See? We were waiting for you to hit them between the eyes for what just happened. Yeah, you know what? That's the show I wanted to do. That's going to have to wait to another episode. But I do. In take one of 171, I did lay a lot of things out. But I didn't. There's no hitting between the eyes. There's no anger. There's none of that. I definitely have a pragmatic take on the whole deal. And we're going to have to wait till the next episode. How much time do I have left? Oh, good. 4 minutes. All right, let's go back. I don't want to go over. I hate going over. All right, so there you go. So he didn't think it was a bad show, but that might be Patrick being nice, and he's a nice guy. All right, and I do appreciate his friendship and his tuning in as a fan. I like that. Patrick Mason wrote, "Great show tonight. While worth the listen." I know he wanted to write worthwhile to listen, but he wrote while worth the listen. All right, thank you, Patrick. I appreciate that. Patrick Mason wrote, "Hal Aaron's song is the best." Yeah, look at that, Hal. You got a fan in Patrick Mason. It's 99 cents just waiting for you. Gotta put that song up on whatever they do with the Amazon with the 99 cents. Okay. Linda Irwin wrote, in response to your comment, Dave, Linda, I'm going to do this again. In response to your comment, Dave, before I even begin playing it, I try to listen in one take, but I get interruptions like, hold on, I'm doing the loop-de-loop here, Saki. I get interruptions like the hubby or the telephone, and it is not always possible. And yes, I may miss something. Sorry. I don't think that's Linda scolding me, but yeah, I understand, Linda. I know that. And Linda, you've been 99.999, infinity 9% of the greatest fan and supporter of Dumbing It Down with Dave, and I really appreciate your friendship and your camaraderie and your respect and all that. Hello, Linda Irwin writes, so thank you, Linda. I got to remember to say thank you. Sometimes I forget. Linda Irwin wrote, hello, Dave and Emma. Linda Irwin wrote, my comedy show, baby, grew up and left the nest. I think she's talking about somebody that worked with her on Awesome Sanity Surfers. Linda Irwin wrote, I am only on Twitter. Yes, I know that. She's only on Twitter, not on Facebook. I understand that, Linda. No problems. It's all fantastic. Thank you so much. Let's finish up the show. 2.5 minutes. All right, you know what? Because I don't want to go to episode. We already did episode 1. I think I read all the comments from 171. That was the comments from 172. And I do appreciate it. Everybody, Hal, Linda, anybody who comments negative, listen, bring it on. You got negative comments, bring it on. As long as you're being honest, I got no problem with that. If you're just making up stuff just to get, just to get me all, worked up, then that's not cool. And by the way, how great is it? The last couple episodes when you guys are commenting and I'm responding to the comments. This is almost like real radio, which is what I want. I can't wait to go live. I can't wait to have call-ins. I can't wait to have the chat room going. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. When is it going to happen, Dave? Probably not for a couple of years. I have no idea. I got to get my shed going. I can't do live on the phone here in the caravan because the reception is horrible here on the freeway. The Wi-Fi or whatever, the cellular activity is just not reliable, so we can't do that. All right, so we did a drink break. We haven't done a breather break in a long time. I don't have time for that today. We only got a minute and 19 seconds left. Hey, guys, really, thank you very much. Keep those comments coming. If you can, retweet and share, please do. Always do that. Always choose the sharing. I like the liking, but we got to get the show out to the world. It's 172, right? 173? This is amazing. Whatever show this is, I forgot already. Yeah, 173, right? It's unbelievable. But every podcaster says that. I'm going to be on 200 before you know it. All right. That's it. Yeah, this is the time to say goodbye. So let's just do that, and we'll figure things out at the end. All right, guys. Hazel, Emma, Harry, Linda, John Boy, everyone. Oh, by the way, I didn't give you the weather report. It was sunny when I walked out of Walmart. Now on the thruway, it's gray. I don't know what happened. It got gray and cloudy. But it's not raining, it's not snowing, it's not ice. It's cold out, that's all. See you next show, guys. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of Dumbing It Down with Dave. Goodbye, good day, good night, good luck, good riddance, Godspeed, good rats, and great skills. Take care.